Hello everybody, Mr. Parrott here for Friday, April 16th, 2021. And we're wrapping up our natural selection stuff today, putting the final touches on the Darwin project. You got 3 slides you're going to do today. So let's look at what those 3 slides are going to be. So here's the Darwin project. It's in the same folder as yesterday, so just load it up. And today you're going to be looking at slides 6, 7, and 8. And these instructions are right after the day 1 stuff, so you can go right into day 2 with it. And today we're going to be looking at basically 3 things of evidence that would go along with it. In slide number 6, you're going to be talking about fossils, so you're going to add a picture about a fossil, and then write a caption about how that picture demonstrates how fossils work as evidence with natural selection. Don't forget to include 2 hashtags for that. In slide number 7, you're going to be picking something from our modern evidence week that we kind of talked about modern evidence. So remember we had things like embryology of looking at embryos. We had looking at those different structures, whether they were homologous or analogous. We looked at stuff dealing with DNA in there. You're going to add a picture about one of those modern pieces of evidence and add it to your little square section. You're then going to write a caption about how that picture demonstrates modern evidence and how modern evidence connects to natural selection. In there, creating your 2 buzzworthy note capturing hashtags of what the kind of important bits and pieces are in that section. So remember, in the big sections where the picture goes, down here where you got the start with the little highlighted section is where your captions and stuff will go. So there's the one for fossils, there's the one for modern evidence. The last one will be about our GMOs, since those are our freshest thing on our mind. So you're going to add a picture dealing with something about our genetically modified organisms. And you're going to write, this one's going to be slightly a little bit different because this one's going to be maybe a more opinionated piece. You're going to write a caption about how that picture demonstrates GMOs, and you're going to decide if Darwin would be for GMOs or if Darwin would be against GMOs, because they didn't exist when Darwin was alive. They came much later afterwards. So you're going to try to put it into his perspective whether or not you think Darwin would be in favor of GMOs as the discoverer of natural selection, or if he wouldn't be in favor of GMOs, and give him a reason. Could be something that we talked about in class or something found in the notes for it. But you're going to give him a reason for why he would be for or against it. Remember to write in his perspective, though. So he would be saying all this stuff as far as whether he was for or he was against natural selection or GMOs because of his ways of natural selection. And then, like always, create those 2 hashtags somewhere in there. They don't always have to be at the end. You could make just a single word in there, hashtag boom, as soon as you talk about it. In there that makes it related to a post. But that's it. When you're done with that, you can submit that up. And this is going to be our final thing dealing with natural selection. So next week we're moving on to a new topic as we kind of put a nice little bow on this and send it on its way. So there's post number 2 about fossils, post number 3 about the modern evidence, and post number 4 about GMOs. With that being said, hope you're doing well, staying safe. If you have any questions whatsoever as you're working on this, do not hesitate to ask. I'll probably come up with some more examples that I'll be posting in the Schoology folder just so you can see different things about how to write about these things. I'm not going to write about natural selection, but maybe I'll write another one about DNA or something else that we've talked about in the previously, just to give you some different examples about things. Maybe I'll do it about cells. Bring it from Hooke's perspective. So maybe something like that. So with that being said, email me if you got any questions. Otherwise, hopefully next week we'll see you back here with us. Otherwise, keep plugging into these videos so that you can stay up to date as possible, and I'll see you later. Bye.